This is a very passionate podcast. I'm Mario.
Super very passionate people. I'm very passionate.
Very, very passionate about it.
Very passionate people.
She's one of the most passionate people.
Or maybe you don't know shit and you want to learn from the best.
Very passionate. Ready?
Always.
All right. Welcome back to another episode of I Am Very Passionate, a podcast by Mario and Jessica. I'm Mario.
What's up, bitches? I'm Jessica.
And we're both exhausted. I'm
like hungover without alcohol. I don't know how it's possible.
I mean, it happens. You just had so much fun.
Oh my god, so much fun.
But if we seem a little bit low energy, we had a fun night last night.
We're still going to be fucking hilarious, just super slow and dry.
Maybe so. We'll see. I hope I can. I hope I can. I think I can. So, do you want to start off talking about last night?
No. Let's do our icebreakers really quick. We don't have that many.
Oh, that was the last icebreaker. That's fine. So,
that's just because I just added it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
Sorry. We're getting it together, guys.
What
is it? Our docket is...
The docket.
We added something to the docket just now.
It was added properly. She didn't use proper form. No, it's
on my phone.
She lost her case because of it. But, so last week was the VMAs.
I didn't watch it, but I watched recap. I don't watch award shows.
I don't either. They're boring to me.
Yeah, I don't like all the in-between shit, but I love the performances.
Exactly. So I just watched the performances, and I watched Missy Elliott's speech because she finally won.
She got the Video Vanguard Award.
And in it, she actually... So they changed the name of it to the Video Vanguard Award from the Michael Jackson Video Vanguard Award.
Yeah.
And in her speech, she made sure to say, thank you for this Michael Jackson Video Vanguard Award.
Yeah. Because, he influenced so many people.
He influenced her tremendously. She's friends with his family. She was friends with him.
Michael Jackson completely influenced my childhood.
Yeah.
My first, ballet solo was to Man in the Mirror, and I got to pick the song, and it was, a big deal.
Oh.
It was on point. It was huge for me.
But, I mean, he also was the vanguard for insane music videos. That. He coined that.
Yeah.
That was his doing, so, I mean...
And I don't like taking out negative things from people, for example, last night we were talking about how we try not to shop at Hobby Lobby or Chick-fil-A and stuff like that just because we don't support them, even though their food may be good. So, even though Michael Jackson's incredible, I can't ignore everything else that happened. It was a different time when we were growing up. Things were glossed over. Now we know what really happened, but Michael Jackson still completely influenced me. I don't agree with anything he did. Definitely. Excuse me while I get a pillow, because I'm just going to snuggle up.
She's going to fall asleep halfway through the recording.
I'm not going to fall asleep. I took 3 ibuprofen just now.
Oh, I haven't taken anything.
I had to take something because the kids wanted to watch Neverending Story, and I fell asleep.
I love that movie.
We just got done.
It's a good one. It's a classic.
It's really good.
But anyway, so... At the VMAs, there were a lot of performances. Shawn Mendes and Camila Cabello, they paraded their fake relationship.
You think it's fake?
Oh, I think it's so fake. They haven't even they don't kiss. I'm 97% sure he's gay, and this is all a cover for his image. And she wanted the clout because she's kind of fading because Normani's coming up, and everybody's liking Normani better than her. And so
I just the 5 girls that just don't care. What are they called?
Fifth Harmony.
Yeah. I don't care.
I liked that one song. Worth It.
What's the girl? Yeah, Worth It was good. What's the girl with the blue eyes and the dark hair, and she came out as bisexual?
From Fifth Harmony?
Yeah.
I don't know, girl. I only know those two.
Lauren, I think. She has a hard to pronounce last name. Her voice is the only one out of that group that I love.
Oh, okay. They, but also, I've always been iffy about Camila Cabello because she's said the N-word with a hard R to Normani and talking about her and shit. And it's she apologized or whatever. And I'm just like, whatever, girl. Yeah, she has a racist past.
That one.
No clue who she is. Never seen her in my life.
She's perfect. But I know that there was a lot of drama with Fifth Harmony and the way that she left and stuff. I think she's a little bit shady. She also apparently is good friends with Taylor Swift and
oh joy.
So it's just kind of what do you expect?
Yeah, but the other performances were really good. I did not see Miley Cyrus's performance.
I didn't, and I want to.
I haven't wanted to hear her new music, so I just haven't. It's just, I don't know, with After Bangers, she released a bunch of random shit.
Yeah.
And I was not here for it. Although I do like that one song, Yeah, Smoke Pot.
No, yeah.
Yeah, love, whatever. Do It. It's called Do It.
I like Nothing Breaks Like a Broken Heart. I know that wasn't her, though. She was just in it.
Mm-hmm.
I like that one. Her new song is actually really good. I listened to
Slide Away?
Yeah.
It's about their breakup, I guess.
I know. It's just really powerful. I like it. I love her voice, though. There's something about her voice.
I don't know. It just also, like, she left a bad taste in my mouth after the whole, like, talking shit about black culture after you've been appropriating it for money for the last, like, 2.5 years.
I think she's probably going to go back to it. I think that's more natural for her than what she was... Like you said, she was trying to portray, like, a different image to make Liam happy.
I guess, but I still don't agree with it.
I don't either, but... We all have a path to walk in life. Kim Kardashian started out making porn movies, and now she's literally helping people get out of prison. So, yeah, we all have a path to walk.
But anyway...
Missy Elliott was incredible, though.
Missy was
I'm so glad
incredible.
you watched it.
So, like... I had to watch that. Of course I had to watch it. Like, I got emotional with her speech. Like, it was just so good. Like, but the performance was really good.
They did all the music videos.
And then she brought out Allison Stoner, which was really cool.
I was obsessed with Allison
Stoner. And she killed it. Like, she still killed it. And I was like, damn, she still got it.
And I love her short hair.
Oh, me too.
She's a boss-ass bitch. I like Allison Stoner.
I hope she gets, like, her road to recovery is better. Or good. Like, she was in rehab and stuff recently. And but, like, the life of a child star is always hard. So. Well,
and she was also dabbling in music, so I think...
Oh, was she?
Yeah, like a record label and all that, so that may have had something to do with it.
Well, hopefully she gets better and successful, because I really enjoyed her as a kid, because she was on the Disney Channel a lot.
Oh, yeah, she was one of my favorite characters in Camp Rock.
No, I loved it. They did, like, a whole thing on Sweet Life of Zach and Cody where she was one of their friends named Max. Mm-hmm. And they're like, oh, you kind of look like that girl from the Missy Elliott video. Yeah. And the other one was like, nah. Aww. Like, I don't know. It's just, like, cute little things like that. I thought it was sweet.
If you haven't seen Missy Elliott's...
VMA performance.
You need to watch it. She basically redid all her music videos.
Yeah, all the iconic ones. Like, everybody knows.
Keys to the Jeep. It was great.
And then, well, like, I found out also... So... I'm a huge fan of The Read. It's my favorite podcast. Mm-hmm. And Kid Fury and Crystal, the hosts of The Read, were the people who spearheaded this movement to get her this Video Vanguard award.
Oh, really?
So, yes, they've been running the campaign for it, essentially, like, encouraging the internet to go for it. And the internet's like, you know what? They're right. She should have gotten a Video Vanguard award. So when Jennifer Lopez got it last year, people were pissed. It's like, why not Missy Elliott? Missy Elliott deserves it. And they were the core of that. And
I'm a huge J-Lo fan, but her videos are nothing like Missy.
They're not iconic.
The only one that's iconic is Waiting for Tonight.
Because she's on that bed.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful image. Mm-hmm. But she recognized that. She got them tickets to the VMAs with all they can drink passes. And then when she gave her reward received speech, she shouted them out.
Mario
in the speech.
Me.
I screamed. I was so excited.
I didn't realize all that. So I know that Mario loves the Read. He texted me and he was like, oh my God, he shouted out the people from the Read. And I was like, hey, great. Like, she must listen. Because I didn't know any of this. That's really cool, though.
But no, they talked about the performance. Like, a lot of the things that we saw on TV weren't actually happening. Like the spaceship coming in and abducting people and all this shit. Yeah, but I think that's really cool that they can live telecast that with this shit now. I think that's amazing. Mm-hmm. Like, they also did it with Normani's performance, I'm pretty sure, too.
Do you remember when Katy Perry performed at the Super Bowl and she brought out Missy Elliott?
Yes.
And people were like, see, this is why we like Katy Perry. She's brought, like, a brand new artist to perform at the Super Bowl. And I was like...
Are you fucking kidding me?
I fucking hate this generation. Like, you need to know who Missy Elliott is.
It's not their fault. It's not their fault. Is it not? No, because Missy kind of fell off at the early 2000s.
Right, but like,
and they weren't even born then.
But like, when you start watching the videos, like, you don't think, oh, go and look up Missy Elliott, see who she is, and then see all of her videos and her music.
Well, no, it's not for this year. In terms of the Super Bowl, Missy didn't have.
No, but people could have looked up Missy Elliott.
They could have, but I mean, they didn't. Like, she quickly said Missy Elliott, and also, like, if you didn't know who she was, you're not going to remember her name.
I guess. I don't know.
Like, I don't know.
Like, everybody knows who Michael Jackson is.
Well, yes, but I love Missy Elliott, but she is not on the level of Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson is an international superstar. Missy Elliott is an American superstar.
You're right. I was salty about it.
No, I thought it was disrespectful.
Millennials. No,
they're not millennials. They're Gen X or what, Gen Z, whatever the hell they're called.
They're Gen Zs.
But like, I understand because she fell off after like 2003, 4, and then because she had that sickness, and so it kind of took her out, and she had to get her life back together, and so she took a long break from music, and then anything she did from there was all writing and not performing.
Right.
And so, I mean, I understand she was gone for almost 20 years.
I still don't like it.
But the performances were incredible.
You should watch them.
And then Lizzo came out and performed.
Lizzo was great.
And the giant inflatable ass was hilarious.
Oh my God. Did you see the meme where it's like the flight attendant seeing Missy Elliott try to stuff the giant ass into the overhead bin?
She posted on Instagram.
Oh my God. I love her so much.
But then like she sang Truth Hurts, of course, and she sang Good as Hell.
Like not the whole thing, not the whole Truth Hurts.
Well, she didn't do the whole Good as Hell either.
She didn't. I love Good as Hell though.
It's a good song.
I wish she had done Juice too though.
Oh, I know. But, I mean, she only had so long.
I know.
And I think she's trying to promote Good as Hell to sell that album more.
Yeah.
Because she's performed Good as Hell, I think, 2 or 3 times recently.
Yeah.
And that was, like, one of her first big songs. That's the first song I heard of hers.
I love that song. It's a great song.
They lip-synced to it on Drag Race. It was very good.
The women were beautiful, and thick women were represented, and the outfits they wore amazing.
And then her little sermon she gave was amazing.
And her sermons uplift me. Like, why doesn't Lizzo have church? Why?
She could do it. She could do it.
Church.
I mean, I'd listen. And
I'd go.
Notes. I wouldn't partake.
I feel like her positive energy would just like radiate into my soul. I'd go. Be in the presence of a real female queen.
Definitely. And I'd love to meet her.
Me too.
And then Normani's performance was pretty good. Like, I was impressed. She's a gymnast, and I didn't know that. And so, like, there's a part where the song is just a musical breakdown, and so she just, like, starts doing flips and shit, and...
I guess I should watch it. I'm not into the whole Fifth Harmony thing, and then the drama left a sour taste in my mouth.
But, I mean, she was the victim of that drama.
What do you mean?
Normani was the one who was getting bullied and... racial comments made at her. That's why I think that's one of the reasons why people are embracing her so hard, because they want to give her a chance. But also, she's very talented. She has a great voice.
What? Who? Like the public was attacking?
No, the girls within Fifth Harmony were giving her shit.
Normani?
Yes, because she's the black one.
I thought they were all like...
And Camila Cabello was the one saying all this racist shit about her.
Yeah, but after they broke up.
No, this was in the past.
That's not what I'm talking about, though. What I'm talking about is that all that drama when Camila Cabello left, I was like... over that nonsense.
Oh.
At that point, I was just like, ugh, drama. I don't give a shit.
I hope her
I hope she succeeds. I'm not saying that. It's just I haven't paid much attention to the girls in Fifth Harmony.
They're never huge celebrities for me. So I'm just like the performance was very good. I think the song is good. Motivation.
I'll watch it. It's called Motivation.
Yeah,
okay, I'll watch it.
I was impressed. Like she for like. Doing a huge award show like this, like your first year out as a solo artist, that's huge.
And I know Nicki Minaj, I don't remember what I was listening to, but someone made a comment about like all the new artists coming up and like there wasn't enough black women represented, and like Nicki went off because she was like, Normani's coming up, she's coming out, she's dropping singles, don't disregard her because of what
Beyonce is a fan of Normani. Like everybody is like, she's like the chosen
I'm gonna watch
one.
it. I'm gonna give her a chance.
Give her a chance.
I just don't like drama.
Understandable.
It drives me crazy. So fucking stupid. Life is hard. Why waste your time with drama?
Definitely. It's really hard, especially with this hurricane coming up.
Oh my gosh. Hurricane Dorian. Now they're saying it shifted paths.
It's not going to hit us much.
No, but we're going to get like rain and wind and stuff.
No, according to WTVM this morning, we're not. It's supposed to be sunny.
Okay, good.
So I think it's going more east, up towards the Carolinas.
Well, they got hit bad last year though too. Mm-hmm. So if we live in the southeast, but we live relatively close to the Gulf of Mexico, so hurricane season, while it doesn't affect us, it affects us.
Sometimes it does. Like when the hurricanes come up through the Gulf, it affects us.
Yeah, because we're kind of like a straight shot up the Gulf, and we're only 3 hours away, so it's pretty easy for a huge hurricane to reach us. And then, of course, Puerto Rico got bypassed. Thank God. Oh my God, I was so nervous. I know Tortola got hit pretty bad. I think Barbados got hit pretty bad. Anyway, Dorian is turning into a beast. That's a hurricane.
It's a Category 5 now.
Yeah, it's a beast. It started out as a tropical storm. Now it's heading up toward the Carolinas. So we're just, thinking about the people that have been hit month after month, season after season. Our hurricane season is long. It's June until
November.
And every year it seems that we're getting some really nasty storms now.
I mean, climate change is real, and because of the melting ice caps, it's causing more temperature differentials within the ocean, which is causing more powerful storms.
So we don't live in, like, Tornado Alley, and we don't have, like, fault lines.
We live in Tornado Alley. We're on the end of it.
Yeah, but we don't get hit like the people, like, in the main part.
We're lucky because we're in a valley.
Yeah, we're lucky because we're in a valley, but hurricanes tend to be the real thing we worry about here.
Yeah. But,
so I hope the people in the Carolinas are safe. There is one funny thing that came out of it, though.
Yeah, a former Canadian Prime Minister...
It's funny to us.
Made a comment that she hopes that Mar-a-Lago gets hit hard by the hurricane.
And that's Trump's favorite vacationing spot.
But also, he's trying to have the next G7 summit there.
Yeah.
So their governments would pay him money to stay there.
Yeah.
Like,
so I hope it gets destroyed so they can't stay. So it's not like a ha ha ha, Trump, you can't vacation. It's like ha ha ha, this is bad karma for trying to profit off of the G7
He is profit.
summit.
Like, we've spent so much money on him being there because he charges the Secret Service to have the Secret Servicemen stay there while he's there. So he is profiting off of being president because he's using our taxpayer money to pay for him to stay at his own hotel.
You shouldn't be able to own property
disgusting.
If you're a president.
Like, he should be impeached for this alone, in my opinion.
I agree.
It's an abuse of power.
It totally is.
But yeah, that was a little bit of a haha. Like, maybe it'll happen, fingers crossed. But
yeah,
not to wish too much negativity.
I don't want anything to happen to the people there. Like, if Hurricane Dorian, if you're listening, if you could just, like, target where the people would stay, Trump properties, I'd be greatly appreciated. It'd keep everyone safe and in your prayers. Thank you. Thank you for listening, Hurricane Dorian.
Glad you're a fan of the podcast.
Boop, boop. I bet you're passionate.
No, totally.
So I had my last day at work
on Saturday.
On Saturday. Friday felt like my last day.
Yeah, because, I mean, that's when most people were there.
Yeah, so I'm not great with goodbyes, so I sent out an email to everybody, and a few people responded. Not everyone. That's okay, because...
Well, I didn't respond because I was
I don't need you to respond. But, like, I beg people not to do things. I don't want attention. I don't like crying. I don't like crying at work. But one of the girls on our team brought me my favorite old lady candies.
She stocked for a good week and a half.
Oh, I'm so good.
She's going to eat it all fast.
Probably like a year because no one eats it but me.
Oh, okay.
And then she just, like, put it on my desk while I was on the phone, and I started crying. I had to, like, finish the call. It was really hard.
Aww.
And then I was, like, after that I was okay. And then right when I was leaving, I was like, thank God. Like, yay. Because I was on edge the whole day. And then I was like, I'm leaving, and one of the supervisors gave me a card, and I just kind of, like, broke down.
She did.
And it was really bad, and I'm so glad I was leaving.
Yeah, but, I mean,
it was nice, though. The card was funny, and Mario's note made me cry. I'm not going to read it. I'm going to keep it to myself, but it was really sweet.
Well, I'm glad.
And then Saturday,
I'm glad I made you cry.
Stephanie would be proud. And then Saturday was my official last day, but it didn't really feel like it because the people who I was working with were people that, like, I see outside of work.
Yeah.
So it's just a goodbye to, like, my career change, my first job, getting my feet wet for the company. Hopefully, I work for the rest of my life. So it's been great, like, working with everybody and meeting new people and feeling confident that I can succeed because my confidence was shaken these last 2 years. So I'm excited to start a new position. I'm just across the hall.
Yeah, we'll still see.
It was a nice day, and we went out to celebrate last night. We celebrated my last day.
Yeah.
We got Mario out of his funk.
A little bit, yeah.
I took my sister-in-law. She was in a really bad car accident. She still can't drive. She doesn't really leave the house. Her arm is still not working properly, so she's been a little bit depressed. And she's super independent and goes dancing every weekend. Like, every weekend, it doesn't matter. She goes. And so she's been a little bit depressed. So Brookie Bear and I decided that we were going to take everybody out for a night on the town. And we had dinner at the Loft, which
it's really good.
I've been to, but I've never eaten. Mario had what'd you have? You had the same thing I did.
Yeah, I got that burger.
We got the goat cheeseburger. So if you live in the Columbus area, if you're ever in the Columbus area, the goat cheeseburger at the Loft is really good. I got mine gluten-free, so no bun, and it was still amazing.
I got mine with the bun.
Yeah, he got to eat bread. I didn't want to have the shits at the drag show.
Hey, they might have enjoyed it.
No. And so our plan was to go to dinner. So I guess this is our next segment. I should have segued better.
That's fine.
So this is our next segment. We're going to talk really quickly about our experience last night because last night felt like we all lived in Columbus, not resided in Columbus.
Yeah, definitely. I had a good time.
Yeah, so we went to a well-known local restaurant called The Loft. We had really good drinks. We had really good cheesecake. We had really good food. And I overshot for dinner.
Yeah, we went a little bit early.
Well, The Loft is always super busy. I wasn't anticipating the rain. So we got there to eat at 8. The drag show started at 11.
We got to eat there at 7, girl.
At 7 o'clock?
We met up.
You up at like 7:05.
Oh, yeah, okay. Like, yeah. So like 7:30. Yeah,
7:30. Okay. So we got there. They weren't busy. Dinner didn't take as long as I thought.
So, like, we had, like, 2 hours to kill before the drag show.
We did. We finished at 9.
And then the drag show didn't even start until almost midnight.
11:45.
Yeah, because they were running late, of course, because it's drag queens.
Right, drag queens. And then we were like, it's fine. We need to get cash. Let's walk. One ATM was out of order completely.
And the other one, you had to have a card with their bank to access the ATM.
So we drove and got cash from a different ATM. My son had kind of a meltdown. Mm-hmm. I had to talk to him for a little bit. And then when we got back, we just went to this Mexican restaurant. I'm going to shout them out like crazy because I've been doing research all morning about it. Uh-huh. It's called the Cantina. It's on Broadway. Let me get I should have took notes, but let me just get my Facebook page open. Okay, so there is a bartender at the Cantina. His name is Luis Hernandez. He's the creative director for RainbowNights at the Cantina, hosted by the Cantina. So we went to RainbowNights last night. RainbowNights is it's a drag show, but it's also a fundraiser. Mm-hmm. And I didn't know that. And I wish I'd known that because I wouldn't have tipped all my money so soon. I felt really bad at the end.
I did too.
So basically what it is these drag shows come down. The drag queens come down and they put on like a 2-hour kind of like cabaret drag thing. Mm-hmm. And it's so cool because it's hosted by Candy O'Hara. I've known about Candy O'Hara for a long time. Brooke has known about Candy O'Hara, but I didn't realize like how... I knew she's one of the oldest drag queens in Columbus. I want to say she's like the first.
I don't know.
I swear that she is. Her drag mother is not from Columbus. I know that. And she hosts it. And she came from her high school reunion last night.
Oh, yeah.
So she hosts it for Luis. And she gets out there and she does like a couple numbers. And she does jokes. And she's just so funny and charismatic. And then the other drag queens come out and they do like one song, three times.
Oh, they did 2 songs each.
They did 2 songs each. And
we got our life.
Huh?
We got our lives. It was good.
It was one of the best nights I've had in Columbus. Like, hands down, it's one of my favorite memories right now. No,
it was so much fun. Like, and the queens were really good for the most part.
Yeah, no.
And there's a drag king, and I've never seen a drag king before, and he was so cool.
And it's not that they weren't good. It was just that I prefer, like, the upbeat kind of songs.
Well, yeah.
When they do ballads and stuff.
Like, I mean, if you're going to do a ballad, you need to do that ballad right. Yeah. And it was very just okay for that particular ballad. And I was just like, oh, okay, cool. Like, you do you.
No, I mean, it was still good. For me, oh my God, the drag king.
The drag king was, I think, the best.
Freaking king was so good. And Mariah Taylor
was very good as well.
Oh my God.
She's actually not from our town.
No, and neither was the other one. Oh God.
Who?
Hold on, I have to look up their names.
Deja Vu?
Not Deja Vu. Someone else. I have to look. The drag queen is Sailor Alexander. On Instagram, it's Sailor Alexander. Sorry, drag king is Sailor Alexander _2016. Her name is Tiffany McKay, and the drag king is Sailor Alexander. I have followed Sailor Alexander and Mariah Taylor on everything. And Mariah Taylor talked to me on Facebook this morning, and I almost shit myself during the Neverender Story because Mariah Taylor absolutely stole the show last night. Like, all the queens are really good. It's for a good cause. We're a small city. Mm-hmm. We don't have a huge drag community. They have to, like, pull teeth to get people to go. And then on top of that, they're doing drag shows and raising money for other 501 nonprofits in the area. What an amazing thing to be a part of. It was great. It was $10 at the door. It got you half price off your first drink. The music was amazing. Candy is hysterical. She interacts with the crowd.
She does.
It was just so... It was my first drag show.
Ever?
I've never been to I've never experienced anything with drag queens.
Oh, see, I'm a very experienced drag person. Like, I've been to a ton of drag shows.
And Mario left smiling.
It was one of the best drag shows I've ever been to.
Oh, shut up. Are you serious?
No, I'm dead serious. Like, it was amazing.
It was so good.
Like, the queens were so good. There was so much interaction.
Yes.
But also it's for a really good cause. I was very, very impressed.
Me too.
Like, I was kind of astounded. I was like, okay, it's Columbus. How good can the drag show be? It was incredible.
I felt that way too.
It was incredible. Like, I think also my expectations were not high. So I was just like, it's going to be a fun time with my friends, and that's what I'm looking forward to. And then, like, it ended up being a fucking amazing show.
It was a great time.
And I was like, holy shit, my whole life is like...
No, we had a
snatched.
good time last night.
It was so much fun. And they did some good-ass songs.
They did great songs. They did all the classics. There was some rock mixed in, like old 80s hair bands, and there was
Queen, and there was Whitney Houston.
Oh my God, Mariah Taylor is Queen.
That was great.
Oh my God, she had this gold jumpsuit with this fantastic, like, gold studded hat, and she did Bohemian Rhapsody. And she was so good. Mario got danced up on like 3 times last night. I was so happy.
I was in a very good spot, and my leg was out.
Balls were on their chest. Balls to the chest.
They were not.
Balls to the chest. No, they were taped down. It was totally fine. But it was so good. I felt like the couples behind us were a little bit disrespectful, though.
Oh, yeah. There were 2 straight couples.
And that's fine. Like, welcome, come.
But, like, if you're coming into a queer space, like, you should be respectful.
Well, she had her feet up on the chair like she was lounging at home.
Yeah, and, like, I could totally see her coochie.
Did you really?
Yeah, her short was super short.
You should have called her out on it.
I don't care. Like, let it out.
No, they were just a little bit disrespectful. And, instead of...
The men were very rude.
Yeah, and then instead of just letting Candy O'Hara riff, they wanted to argue with her. It's like, it's a joke. Like, no one's going to come and take your man. Like, relax. Like, chill out. Your punani is safe. But there was also, like, this really cute pregnant girl there last night, living her best life.
Was she pregnant?
She was pregnant.
Okay, because Brooke said, I don't think she's pregnant.
Oh, Brooke.
Because I think she had a drink.
Like, that's ever stopped anyone. Do you not remember the Thirsty Thursday birthday thing?
No.
There was a girl who was 5 months pregnant. You know how you do, like, the little dance on your birthday at that bar in this town?
No.
I think it's after 5. Yeah. And she made it to World Star Hip Hop. Because she was, like, 7 months pregnant, like, twerking and dancing on the floor with a beer in her hand. People were throwing dollars at her.
Oh, my God.
Like, you dance for money on your birthday. Dance to make her dance. Yeah, it was circulating the news. Did she get in trouble? I don't know that she got in trouble.
Can you get in trouble for that, for drinking while you're pregnant?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I don't know. If it causes, like, I think if it causes danger to the baby... I think if you have to go to the hospital and, like, they have to emergency C-section or you're just, like, wasted, they can take the baby and you can get in trouble. But
that's awful.
I mean, I had wine when I was pregnant with Annie. You can have a glass of wine.
I've heard wine is okay, but, like, beer.
Red wine. 4 ounces red wine. Well, beer, too. Beer's safe. I think it's liquor that's not.
Oh, gotcha.
Beer is safe. Women in Germany drink beer when they're pregnant.
Oh, that explains a lot. No, I'm joking.
Stop it. Anyway, back to the drag show. My sister-in-law had a wonderful time. She had been to one other Rainbow Night, and she said it wasn't as good as this one. I think they bring rotating queens and kings in. Because I was looking at the Facebook page, and they've had other kings there, too.
Oh, okay, cool.
And there's this one other black king. I'll see if I can find his name. But his makeup was great, too. But... the drag king last night was my favorite. Like, I ran up after. I was like, I don't know if this is appropriate, but I'm going to hug you because you were so good. He
was in
good.
He, like, cartwheels into splits.
His energy was incredible.
Yeah, like, I was here for it.
And I had never seen
a woman tape herself like that.
Never.
Because drag kings, if you don't know, drag kings tape their breasts underneath their armpits. And then draw on a chest and abs.
And she did, and it looked good.
It looks good.
Yeah, I've got pictures. I'll post them. But, like, it was just... I guess I was expecting more of a nude color.
Yeah.
Not the black.
Oftentimes they do black to look like a tattoo or something.
Oh, okay.
So they have a very famous drag king coming.
This is when you lost your shit last
time?
Mario, in the middle of Candy O'Hara's announcement about all the things we're doing for Pride in Columbus, Mario goes, fuck me.
But holy shit. No, so.
And everybody looked at each other. We were like, okay, we're going to that.
Well, no, so Spiky Van Dyke is coming, who's one of the most famous drag kings in the Southeast. And he's really cool. Like, his performances are amazing from what I've seen. I've seen YouTube videos. He's very famous in Florida.
I can't find the page that she talked about last night that we needed to go on to find all the upcoming events.
It's a website, not a page.
Oh, it's a website. Okay.
But then also they have Shauna Brooks coming. And Shauna Brooks... is
Katie
a very...
O'Hara liked my post on Facebook. You guys, I'm so fangirling so hard right now. And Sailor followed me back on Instagram, so we're Instagram friends. And I know they're just doing it to get more followers, and it's fine, but I'm obsessed. Oh my God, Mariah Taylor was stunning. And she's from Alabama.
Mariah Taylor is?
Yeah, Birmingham.
So this is Spiky Van Dyke.
Shut up.
Yeah. And that's just like, holy shit, Spiky Van Dyke.
Wait, so those are drawn on nipples?
Yeah. Like, she has a picture with her actual tits.
Oh, she's so hot.
Is she, though?
Oh, my God, stop.
So, Spiky Van Dyke is a very well-known drag king.
We are
totally going. And then Shauna Brooks is she's a very famous drag queen from Atlanta, but also, like, she's very well-known. She has a good reputation. But also, she's a part of the RuPaul's Drag Race lexicon because in season 2 of RuPaul's Drag Race, her drag daughter, Nicole Paige Brooks, was on for like 2 episodes. She didn't last long, but she's very iconic for her.
Oh, Deja Vu came with him last night.
Oh, okay. Deja Vu was amazing.
Deja Vu came from Birmingham too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're both. I guess they do a lot of stuff together. So that's Mariah Taylor and that's Deja Vu.
Okay. But anyway, so in season 2, Nicole Paige Brooks had a 5x7 of Shauna Brooks on her vanity area where she gets ready, and somebody took it. And so, like, there's this whole little drama was like, has anybody seen a 5x7 of Shauna Brooks? Has anybody seen a 5x7 of Shauna Brooks anywhere? So, like, it kind of, like, stuck. And then Alaska Thunderfuck and Willem have a podcast called Race Chaser where they talk about it, and they recapped that whole season. But, like, since then, they're always going on about a 5x7 of Shauna Brooks. So I really want to get a 5x7 of Shauna Brooks, just to say that I have one. But also, like, it'd be really cool to be a part of that culture and to see Shauna Brooks and her legendariness. So I'm excited to go. It's, like, on the 21st at, like, a hotel in our town, and I'm gonna go and see it, and I'm really excited.
Okay, so this queen didn't come last night, Lola T.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Yeah, me either. There's a list of like who was gonna be at the Cantina last night, and it had Candy O'Hara, Tatiana Evans, Sailor Alexander, Mariah Taylor, and I think Deja Vu filled in for Lola T at the last.
Deja Vu killed.
Deja Vu was awesome.
She did 2 Whitney numbers, right?
Yeah.
And they were her Whitney illusion was good for the second one. Mm-hmm. She even had the tissue and everything.
Yeah, God, she was so good.
Damn.
And that's how you do a fucking ballad.
Yeah, no, that is how you do a ballad.
Yeah,
but I mean, it's so emotional. Is that really a ballad?
No, but didn't she do another one?
No, she did So Emotional, and she did I'm Every Woman.
That's right. I'm thinking of somebody else. She did great.
But
I'm so in for the Whitney aesthetic anyway. So good.
And there's another queen named Tatiana, and another queen who is the current reigning.
I never remember her name. I'm sorry. I'm terrible. I'm terrible. I'm so sorry. But she is the reigning queen of Columbus Pride.
Yeah.
And so that should be highlighted as well. And so she came in last night. And it's not just a drag show to raise money. It's a drag show to raise money. Last night was for the Muddy Waters Theater, which I've known about, but I didn't realize they did LGBTQ themed performances. I didn't know that. That's really cool. I want to check them out. Why are you laughing at me? Did I say something wrong?
No, I was just thinking about the tuna salad thing.
Oh my God, don't talk about those jokes. But it was a long night for us.
It was a good time.
Yeah. I got home at 3:30.
I got home at 2.
Daniel was like, "Are you okay in there?" I was like, "I'm fine." He was like, "How much did you drink?" I was like, "I had 2 cheap vodka sodas at the show, but like they were just basically."
And you had 2
soda.
sangria or sangria and a half.
I had a sangria and a half. That's not a lot for me, and they were spaced out over like 7 hours because we spent all of our night downtown.
It was fun though. It was fun. I had a great time. I'm grateful for my.
So I just want to shout out, and I'm going to post it to our Twitter, Instagram, all of that. Not only is it a drag show in Columbus, which growing up, I had a friend who was the only out kid in school. For me to be 34 years old, from 18 to 34, we've got a drag show. Like, that's a big fucking deal for somebody like me. That's all inclusive. And I consider myself a part of the Pride community because people like Mario that have like influenced my life, and you guys deserve love and support. So we've got a wonderful drag show. Not to mention they're raising money for other profits, and they're not all LGBTQ. They've given to Pause. They've given. So it's just something I felt like we should highlight. It felt like a really magical night. It was really a wonderful thing that we did.
It really was.
And it got everybody out of their funk.
Definitely. I feel a lot better now. I
left the drag show and my sister-in-law said, I kind of want to go to the suite, which is where we go Latin dancing. And I was like, I don't know. And she was like, well, if Sammy is there, Sammy's her friend. She said, if Sammy's there, I want to go. And I was like, okay, 2 songs. And it was already like 2, so I knew it wasn't going to be packed. That's my fears. They get so packed in there. But we got there. It wasn't bad. She danced like 2 songs. And by the time we left, she was smiling just as hard as Mario was. Good. And so I felt like the fairy godmother of like depression last night. Because I got everybody's moods lifted. I got home late. I was exhausted. I'm still exhausted. But it was for a good cause.
Yeah.
So it was a great, great night last night. And that's how I want to remember my last day at work.
I'm glad we went out with a bang.
Oh, it was good. Mario, you want to tell us what's on the docket for today?
Today we have 2 topics we're talking about. The Bermuda Triangle. And hopefully you have some to add because... I mean, I have some stuff to talk about, and I have some notes that we can go through, but I was under the impression that what you were talking about was also in regards to the Bermuda Triangle.
Oh, no.
So I was just like, oh, shit. Because
I was not clear.
She's like, well, let's talk about the Bermuda Triangle. I was like, okay, cool, we're both talking about the Bermuda Triangle.
I said I'm going to do the girl who would, like, on the
I thought that was in regards to the Bermuda Triangle.
I'm sorry. It's my fault.
And so I was like,
I would like a recess.
And so I was just like, okay, well, we could talk about the Bermuda Triangle. And then I said, okay, she's doing a specific thing. I'm going to go more into, like, the
I'll add stuff
conspiracy theory shit and everything.
You know I interrupt you all the time. I'll get in there. No worries.
So, and then we have the Jessica Jo Duperrault. Or Terry Jo. Oh, my God.
Jessica Jo. He wants me to die on a ship. I'm going to talk about Terry Jo Duperrault. She's, like, really fascinating. And she's the reason why our emergency stuff is now orange. Like Life Vest.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, all that stuff. She's the reason why they have to be specific colors.
I'm like, code orange. What's a code orange?
No, like orange.
Like vibrant.
I have no brain cells today.
Same girl.
But it's the tube thing, the inner tube that lifeguards like throw out. Lifeguard shorts are red. The little floaty things are red or orange. So she's the reason why they have to be those colors.
Oh.
Yeah. And I'll get into it. It's a great story. I don't know if you've heard it before.
It sounds vaguely familiar.
Okay. So we're going to be back and we're going to talk about the Bermuda... Well, Mario's going to talk about the Bermuda Triangle and I'm going to interrupt him incessantly. And then I'm going to talk about Terry Jo Duperrault and Mario's going to gasp me like, no fucking way.
Of course. That's all we...
That's what we do.
That's what we do. It's our thing now.
See you guys in a second.
Alrighty.
I'm so tired.
I guess.
Yeah. Are you sure? When that guy was standing in the corner?
What guy was standing in the corner?
Wait, what are you talking about?
We're like, you're like, it's for charity! And I'm like, what?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Like when they were going around the bucket, and Brooke's like, I don't have cash or something, and you're like, it's for charity? And I was like, what's going on? I'm just going to pretend like I didn't see it. Maybe I misunderstood.
No, I think I was saying, oh my God, it's for charity. Like, I was so excited, but like, she didn't have any more cash left. And that's when Deja Vu was like, honey, don't worry about it. It's okay.
Okay.
Yeah. But did you see her freak out? I'm sorry, I'm still talking about the drag show because Brooke did something. So I had to like calm her down. And here's the thing is, if I have to calm somebody down, they're really dramatic because I'm already dramatic. And so with Brooke, I feel like I'm the calm one and it's really weird. Mm-hmm. But there was a guy that walked in and I guess she couldn't see his girlfriend or wife or whatever. And she's like, I don't like this guy. I don't like this guy. Like, I don't like the look on his face. He looks drunk. He looks mad. Like, she felt protective of the space we were in. And I was like, Brooke, calm down. Like, he's waiting for the performance to be over. He's not going to run in front of a queen to sit down. Mm-hmm. She's like, no, I don't like it. And then, like, he walked in with his girlfriend. I was like, see, everything's fine. Like, he's not here to, like, blow up the joint. It's fine.
Was it the guy with the glasses?
It was the guy with the hat.
The old man?
No. He was sitting on the other side.
I don't know.
I have to tell you something about the old man. Anyway, like, the queens eventually, like, danced up on this, like, real southern redneck, like, white guy who was there with his wife, and he, like, tipped, and it was great. And I was like...
He had a blast. He had a cane and everything.
Exactly. And I was like, Brooke, you need to stop judging people so much. And I was like, by the way, we all would just, like, tackle his ass. There were so many people in there that were there for the spirit of the room. Mm-hmm. It's fine. Anyway, the old man that was sitting behind us, he was there with his wife runs the Britt David after-school program.
Aww.
And Damaris was like, oh my God, she used to be Hayden's teacher. And like, she had a good time. Oh my God. And sorry, last thing about the drag show. One girl was so drunk she fell asleep at the bar.
Oh my God. And then Candy O'Hara was making fun of her while you guys went out to smoke.
I heard her. She needed to.
So fun. Well, I think she was also really sick or something. Like, she threw up.
She was really drunk.
She was fucked up. I'm like, girl, how? I don't understand. Like, they got there right when we got there. It's like, how?
They obviously had already been drinking.
Maybe so. Maybe so.
She needed to drink to get there.
She was fucked, though.
There's a snap somewhere that we took where she's just, like, passed out on the bar.
Yeah, I took that snap.
Anyway, you did? Yeah. I can't wait to go back. I've heard that the bartender, the guy who runs it, is actually really fantastic.
That's a drag queen.
Yeah, Damaris said he was wonderful, and he was the best act of the night when she went. So I asked him, I was like, are you performing? And he was like, no, not tonight, running bar. But, like, I understood why. They had some bigger names there tonight.
Definitely. But on to our second topic of the day, the Bermuda Triangle.
Which was the shape of Candy O'Hara's wig last night. No, I'm kidding.
It wasn't.
It wasn't. She was beautiful. So much respect to Candy O'Hara.
But, so anyway, if you don't know what the Bermuda Triangle is, it's like this fabled...
Go fucking choke. I'm just kidding.
Damn, girl.
I'm so tired.
So it's a triangle made up of... Well, it's essentially the triangular shape between Miami, Puerto Rico, and Bermuda.
Boricua.
And a bunch of quote-unquote mysterious disappearances have occurred there. And it, like, as a kid, I was so scared of the Bermuda Triangle. I didn't even want to go to fucking Florida because it was near the Bermuda Triangle. Because I thought, oh my God, I'm going to die.
Wait,
I didn't want to go on a cruise because of the Bermuda Triangle.
Mario is more anxious than I am, and I didn't think that could be possible.
I was the most anxious child in the world.
Please tell your Gesundheit story, because you were crying at work.
I forgot about that. I forgot I told you that. So, I was a very scared child.
I know. I don't mean to laugh at you.
No, it's fine. My dad, like, instilled fear in me because I was just afraid of anything because of him. But no, as a kid, I sneezed, and the first time I heard somebody say Gesundheit, I got freaked the fuck out. I was like, what did I do? What's that mean? I'm so scared. What happened? Because, like, German sounds so harsh. And I just didn't know. So
it wasn't like an American saying, oh, Gesundheit.
Gesundheit. I was like, what the fuck?
But, like, I grew up hearing salute all the time. So the first time someone said bless you was weird. And then also, people say salute, like, even when you, like, hiccup or cough or whatever. Uh-huh. So, like, when no one did that, I was slightly offended, and then I realized it was a cultural thing.
Yeah. They're trying to save your soul.
So, Mario was a very nervous child, and Germans scared him.
I was just a very, very scared kid of everything.
So, we didn't go to Florida because it's too close to the Bermuda Triangle.
Oh, yeah. No. So, like, and then I always used to, like, see stuff, because, like, I think it was the History Channel or whatever. They would have things about the Bermuda Triangle all the time. And, like, and then it has that really creepy voice in the music. And
the 90s were like a big Bermuda Triangle time.
God. But apparently, the Bermuda Triangle didn't become a thing until like around the 50s or the 40s through the 60s. Mm-hmm. There were like 3 major articles that were on national publications that kind of brought it to the public's attention and made people think it was this thing that it wasn't. And people are like claiming, oh well, Columbus grew allegedly like experienced something with the Bermuda Triangle back in the day, and that's the origin of it. But he really did. It didn't. I mean, he in 1492 they sailed the ocean blue. You know, that whole shit. But when they were going through the Bermuda Triangle,
came over to kill all the indigenous people.
Pretty much, he's an awful person.
He can choke.
He can choke. Well, he did choke. He's dead. But
he is dead.
But they saw a fireball, and based off the time of the year, it was like around September, there's a lot of meteors over the ocean at that time because where the equator is pointed and everything, whatever. Like, it made sense that it was a meteor. But they also were said to have experienced an issue where their compasses were not pointing due north. and it was freaking out.
Which that doesn't surprise me.
I mean, it's back in the day, but also like there's a whole thing with compasses pointing to the North Star versus the North Pole. So it's a disparity thing.
And also it's science. So there's going to be things and holes and stuff that we don't understand. So there may be places in the world where your compass just doesn't work. Maybe we haven't encountered them yet.
But also this is a further issue with the Bermuda Triangle thing because that did not occur in the Bermuda Triangle. That occurred way before the Bermuda Triangle in the Mid-Atlantic.
Oh, okay.
But people attribute it to happening in the Bermuda Triangle because it adds to the story. So a lot of the things that you hear about happening in the Bermuda Triangle did not happen in the Bermuda Triangle. They happened to just go through the Bermuda Triangle and then something happened to them. So it's not specifically that region. But cruise ships and everything, I did some research. Cruise ships, very, like, maybe 20 minutes of research this morning, but I did it.
You sure did.
Like, cruise ships and planes and stuff go through that every month or every day. Like, it's one of the most trafficked places in the ocean. There's always people there. And there have only been... 50 ships and 20 planes missing since people have been keeping an eye on it since the 50s.
That's it?
That's it. It is not even in the top 10 most dangerous places in the ocean. So, like, it's
now I need to know what the top 10 dangerous places in the
Devil's Sea is apparently very bad. That kept coming up when I was researching.
I'm going to go look that up.
It's in the Pacific.
Okay.
But, like, the Bermuda Triangle is not even... What?
You can slow down. I know you're excited, but you're like...
Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine. I'm slowing you down.
The Bermuda Triangle isn't even on the map. Like, it's not on a map because it's not a recognized thing. It's just something that people talk about. So, like, the Devil's Sea is on a map, but the Bermuda Triangle is not because it's not a thing.
I need to know more about the Bermuda Triangle now. You're inspiring me.
So there's a couple of famous, quote-unquote, stories that have happened in the Bermuda Triangle. One of the most famous ones is Flight 19, which happened in 1945 in December, where the U.S. military had 5 bombers fly from Fort Lauderdale to go around the region and over the ocean. And all 5 disappeared, and then a rescue plane went out to look for it. And it also disappeared. And they couldn't find a trace of them. At least that's what the story says. So
government cover-up.
Well, that's not even government cover-up. It's just technology at the time. There's a lot of theories as to what happened, and I think this is pretty much what happened. So their compasses were malfunctioning, and their communication systems weren't working. But the thing people don't talk about is the ones who were flying these planes were 4 students and 1 instructor. Who was on the leading plane with the person flying it.
It was Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel?
It was Captain Marvel.
Stop. But Captain Marvel. One of the students took the lead, and they believe he mistook the islands they were over for the Florida Keys, because he's from Key West. And it looked very similar. And so that's why they were reporting that their things were malfunctioning, because it's saying they were somewhere that they weren't, because he thought they were over the Florida Keys, but they were to the west of it. I'm sorry, to the east of it, which is another chain of islands. And I think it's the Bahamas, actually.
I could never fly a plane.
I couldn't either.
I'd be like, yeah, that looks like Georgia. Did I tell you my Lake Tahoe story?
No.
I'm a nervous person, too. I tease Mario. This is just me and planes, right? I took my first plane ride as an adult to visit my best friend who lives in Sacramento. I took a little nap because I had to leave really early, and I was very, very nervous. So I took a little nap. And when I woke up, the plane was flying over a body of water. And it was a huge body of water. Like, I couldn't see from end to end of the body of water. And I was like, I'm on the wrong fucking flight. That was my thought. But, like, I got on the plane that said to Sacramento, all this stuff, and I believed that somehow I was on the wrong flight. And then I finally pulled up the map and realized we were flying over Lake Tahoe. Oh, my God. Blonde moment. But Lake Tahoe's huge. It looks like an gigantic ocean. I didn't know. Like, I knew it was big, but I didn't know it was, like, ocean body mistaken big.
You can't see the horizon?
I freaked out. I had, like, a panic attack on the plane. The girl next to me was also freaking out for different reasons. It was really bad. So, no, I can't fly a plane because I mistake huge bodies of water. They're all oceans to me.
That's giant, though. But regardless, whenever planes like that are out, if they're going to crash land or land in the water, they're going to land in the water together. And they believe they landed in, what is it called? Shit.
Wait, so even if my plane's working, I have to go down with your plane?
Yeah, because they're training together. So if they stay together, there's a chance they'll be found easier. But they believe they landed in the Gulf Stream, because the Gulf Stream is another thing that people think contributes to it. The Gulf Stream essentially is a river in the ocean that's very strong, and it pulls things around. It typically pulls it from the Gulf of Mexico up towards Europe and like Greenland and stuff. And so they believe they got caught up in that, and that's why they couldn't find them. And then to explain the plane that went out to find them, that plane actually, the day before it was sent out, had an engine malfunction. And so in the area they thought they were, the plane would have disappeared. Because they estimated they would be at a certain point in the ocean based off of where their last thing was, and if they're flying in this direction, they'll be here. So they went to that area. And when they went to that area, they think it had another malfunction with the engine.
Why?
Because a ship reported seeing an airplane crash into the ocean and blow up.
No, I'm saying, why would you... Fine, it's fine.
Why would you send a malfunctioning airplane?
Why? It doesn't.
They thought it was going to be an easy thing, but it wasn't.
It's still a plane with a malfunctioning engine. If it's going from point A to point B, it's going to fuck up, whether that's 5 feet or 50 miles.
And this is one of the very few things that actually took place in the Bermuda Triangle. This all happened within the Bermuda Triangle.
Oh, so this actually happened in the Bermuda Triangle. Okay,
yes.
I understand now.
So then there's another series of planes disappearing a few years later. There are the Star planes. So the Star Tiger plane disappeared. It was flying to Bermuda, but before it got to Bermuda, it disappeared. But technically, that's not in the Bermuda Triangle. But then, the year later, there's the Star Ariel, which is flying from Bermuda to Jamaica, and the plane disappeared without a trace. And this is one of the few ones where they really can't explain it.
Is the Gulf Stream down there?
Yes, but it's an airplane, so it wouldn't affect it.
No, I mean, if they had to do a crash landing and they landed in the Gulf Stream, that makes more sense.
Oh, yeah, totally. And that's why there's no evidence, because it's such a powerful... I think it moves 80 feet a second or something. It's a very powerful...
Shut up.
Or maybe a minute. I don't know. It's very fast water.
Why? Okay, cool. So we're blaming this on the Bermuda Triangle when the Gulf Stream probably makes more sense for
But also, landings. With at least the Star Tiger, which was the first plane to disappear, it was a poorly maintained ship. There's reports that it was not in good quality. And also, it had a very bad design within its cockpit with its heater that can cause combustion and cause it to blow up.
Oh, okay.
So if that blows up, then they're up in the sky, pieces are going to fly everywhere, and then of course it's going to be all lost in the ocean. There's not an actual ship in the ocean because it blew up in the air.
Right, that makes sense.
But they have no exploration for the Star Ariel, so that's another thing people attribute to the Bermuda Triangle is the Star Ariel.
But out of the 3 things you just explained to me, the Star Ariel is the only one that we have no evidence of anything about.
Yeah, okay. But I mean, also if it's the same company with the ships. If they're not taking care of the Star Tiger, why are they going to take care of the Star Ariel?
That makes sense to me.
But then another big story within the Bermuda Triangle is the Carol A. Daring, which was a 5-mast ship. And this is one of the big mysteries. And I remember hearing about this as a kid and thinking, oh my God, what happened to them? But this didn't even happen in the fucking Bermuda Triangle. They went through the entire Bermuda Triangle with nothing happening. They were going from Barbados to Virginia. They were literally 100 miles south of Norfolk, Virginia, where they were going. And
that's nowhere near.
Yeah, no, it's nowhere near.
Yeah.
But everybody on the ship disappeared. So
the ship was just floating silently?
Yeah, it didn't have anchors. The ship's log was missing. All the belongings were missing. 2 lifeboats were missing. But
so the ship was still there, but the people were gone?
Everything was gone. And then
Stephen King novel or pirate?
Well, it's not either.
Oh.
But I'm pretty sure they know what happened. Because also the steering wheel was destroyed with a sledgehammer. But this... essentially, the first mate of the ship were Danish, and most of the crew were Danish, and the captain was not, and they did not get along. And the first mate actually had the captain had the first mate imprisoned, in jail, and then they had a little reconciliation, or so he thought, and he bailed him out and took him on a ship to go from Barbados to this. But essentially, they think a mutiny happened, and they took that's why everything was missing, because they just took it in their lifeboats and left, and they just did a crime. So of course you're not gonna. They just went and made.
Wait, this wasn't a cruise ship.
No, this was just one of those old-fashioned ships, those old-fashioned 5-mast ships.
I'm picturing the Carnival.
No, it's a Titanic.
And it's just floating by itself with no people on it. I'm like, why is nobody more concerned?
It's a big 5-mast ship, though. That's a huge ship.
No, you're totally right. had a different picture in my head. I wasn't paying attention. I'm tired.
No worries. No worries.
I was like, who has a mutiny on a cruise ship? I was so upset. I was like, what the fuck?
They're on vacation.
2,000 people on this ship.
No.
So
this is like
mad.
maybe like 50 people.
Jesus Christ. Okay, sorry.
But in saying that, again, this did not happen in the Bermuda Triangle, but it's attributed to the Bermuda Triangle because they went through it. So it's just like, as you look into these things more and more, because as a kid, like the shows that I watched about it, they never said this sort of stuff. They're like, they just mysteriously disappeared and blah, 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 blah.
Have you ever like sat down to watch one and look up each one of those instances to see? No,
I was a kid. They didn't have the internet back then.
No,
I was just like, it must be true. It's on TV.
No, it's an adult as seen on TV.
Exactly.
If you really don't want to be scared of the Bermuda Triangle, have you watched Hotel Transylvania 3?
No.
It's basically a monster cruise ship that sails out of the Bermuda Triangle. It's the best Hotel Transylvania ever.
We're just going to, like, if we ever have a clip show, we're going to have, like, a whole section dedicated to her gushing about Hotel Transylvania 3. Because I think this is the third time you've done it.
It's such a good movie. I typically don't like kids' movies unless they're extensions of what I watched as a kid. But Hotel Transylvania 3 is my shit, man. When they do the Macarena with the slow body roll, that shit kills me every fucking time. It's such a good movie. I'm sorry.
I'm so glad you were able to
contribute. But it takes place in the fucking Bermuda Triangle, and it's a plane that like is poorly maintained and falls apart, and they literally crash land in the ocean and get on this cruise ship. Wow. I'm like, everything you're saying happens in the movie, so maybe the person was obsessed with it. It's just a good fucking movie, Mario.
Sure.
I'm so tired. I can't even talk about myself.
Oh my gosh. But like the other thing that I used to be really intrigued by as a kid is some people say this is where Atlantis is. And so they have like futuristic.
That's the name of the casino they go to in Hotel Transylvania 3. It's the Atlantis.
I cannot.
I swear to God. I swear to fucking God, Mario. I will pull this shit up right now. They go to Atlantis. And they deal with this old mythical kraken that can only be soothed by the sounds of the happiest songs on the planet. And the Macarena is one of them.
You sound so high, right?
I'm not. I swear to God, this is a real movie.
What kind of fever dream is this?
I swear to God, this is a real movie. Oh my God. They go to Atlantis, they get on a cruise ship, and their plane crash lands in the ocean.
Oh my God.
I swear to God. I sound like a raving lunatic right now. I'm done talking. I'm not even doing my segment. I sound like a nut.
This has made my fucking day.
Shut up, Mario.
It's the Atlantis. That's where they went to, was the Atlantis.
I'm gonna pull this shit up. You don't fucking believe me.
It's not that I don't believe you. It just sounds insane.
It's a kid's cartoon.
They did their research. They did
their maybe they were obsessed too. But seriously, they do. They go to Atlantis.
I'm so happy for them. I used to be obsessed with Atlantis as a kid.
Me too.
And the concept, and when the movie came out, I was like,
so
holy
good.
fuck, this is it. This is really what happened.
Me too, I believed it. I tried to make my kids watch Atlantis, and they're just like not into it.
I still quote Chiraga Schnaga
when
he tries
to
say her name.
Yeah, I like it when he goes, I did some done bit me and I fell upon mustard pond. That's my favorite line. Or when she talks, they explain the volcano, and she's like, same thing happens to me when I eat coleslaw. It's like, bitch, this is not about you. Anyway, sorry. It's about Hotel Transylvania 3. If you didn't know, we're actually sponsored by them.
Oh my God. See it in theaters for 1 week only. They brought it back.
No, we're gonna have viewing at my house. My dogs will sit on you. I'll make you popcorn. Danny will show Legos and talk to you about Stranger Things while I try to get you to watch a movie about the Bermuda Triangle that never actually happened.
But it's all factually based. Other people think it's aliens, of course. So, I don't know. There's a lot of different theories as to what goes on, but really nothing's going on. It's no different than any other patch of the ocean. It's just a fable that was pushed forward by some journalists back in, like, the 40s through 60s.
So there's, like, nothing weird scientifically going on in that region?
Other than the Gulf Stream's there, and so that's what causes ships to sink and shit.
But, like, that's the Gulf Stream. It's not, like, one power. So, okay.
It just happens to happen there because there's a lot of people there because it's a very popular spot for people to boat through and shit.
Got it. Okay.
So, I mean, it's nothing that's special about that area or weird about that area. It's just one of those things that conspiracy theorists, like, add to. Like, it's up there with, like, flat earthing and all that other shit. But
Flat earthers.
It's really intriguing to me. I remember being so scared as a child, and I
really... You thought you were going to go in the ocean and swim into the Bermuda Triangle? Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But again, a lot of the things attributed to it did not happen in it. So, do your research, people. Do your research.
Research drives anxiety.
It really... that's true.
Do you want me to read the rest of your stuff?
No, I pretty much went over everything.
Oh, okay.
Did you have anything else other than Hotel Transylvania 3 related things?
It's such a good movie.
To add about the Bermuda Triangle.
It makes me so happy.
I'm glad. I'm really glad it does.
This is going to be one of our shortest episodes ever.
I'm so excited. It's going to be really easy to edit, girl.
Yeah, I don't think we have any jump cuts.
I don't think so.
No, just that one where I held up my hand and told you to slow down.
Yeah.
But you can leave that in if you want.
We'll see.
What do you guys think? Have you seen Hotel Transylvania 3?
Let us know.
Oh my god, that shit is
Comment
so
down
funny.
below.
Have you not seen it for real?
I haven't seen any of the Hotel Transylvania movies. I'm not a big Adam Sandler fan.
You can't tell it's him.
Oh, okay.
And I'll tell you who's in it when the podcast is over.
And Selena Gomez is in it. I know that.
Yeah, but like the last one is the best one. Like, you need to watch 1 for context. You can skip 2, but number 3 is the best. It's the same for me with Madagascar. Like, Madagascar 1 and 2 are fine, but Madagascar 3 is my fucking shit.
Is Shrek the Third your favorite Shrek as well?
No. Shrek 1. But Madagascar 3 is hilarious because they're, like, pretending to be circus animals. What?
Shrek 2 is better than Shrek 1.
You know what the French Foreign Legion is?
No.
Okay, so there is this... what are they called? Animal control, crazy, obsessed woman trying to capture all these animals to get them back to put them down. She's tired of these animals running amok. Like, she's sick of the lion, the hippo, all of them. And she is like this militant spy version of animal control, right? And it's all in France. And so her entire crew gets, like, beat the fuck up by, like, the animals and like, a car accident. And they're in this hospital wing. And they're all, like... They've got their legs and arms suspended and, like, they're groaning and they can't move. And she comes in to rally them.
Is this real life or a movie?
This is the movie. This is Madagascar 3.
Oh, my God.
It's so funny because she sings this really famous French Foreign Legion song that, like, whenever people sing it, people in France, like, cry. And so in the scene, she sings it with, like, she shoots out all the lights in the ceiling, so she has one spotlight, and she sings it, and these people, like, are magically healed, and all of them are, like, breaking their bones back into place. No one's screaming or anything, but this one guy, like, rips a Band-Aid off, and he's like, ah! And it's the only time there's any pain. I know it sounds fucking crazy, and I know I sound insane, but it is hysterical to watch. It's so funny. Shut up! It's so good. It's my favorite Madagascar.
What does that have to do with Shrek?
I don't know. You talked about Shrek.
I said
Shrek 1 is my favorite.
And I said Shrek 2, and you said how, and I was about to explain. So, have you heard of the French Foreign Legion? I'm like, okay, where is this going? I don't know this connection to Shrek.
I was wondering why you asked me if it was real life. We're so tired, you guys. The drag show took it all out of us.
Oh my god. No, I love the fairy godmother, and when she sings I Need a Hero at the end, I get my life every single time. And then when he's wearing the thong and Gingy's like, it's a thong!
And Shrek 2.
And
no,
Shrek 2
is good too. I've never even seen Shrek 3.
That's the one with Justin Timberlake.
Yeah, that's probably why I didn't see it.
It's the third.
Have you seen recent pictures of Justin Timberlake? He's looking fugs.
He was in that Missy Elliott video.
Yeah, he looked terrible.
He's aging like a fine milk, girl.
Oh, I never thought he was that cute anyway.
I thought he was super cute.
No way. I was into Lance Bass, but that's because I'm total gay queen.
I was Justin and JC.
Oh, I love JC.
But then he had that really long hair with that one song he did as a solo, and I was like, oh, cut your hair, you'll be cute again.
Unfortunately, I was that person that was like, oh, you broke up as a band? Well, I'm not listening to your music anymore.
Oh, so you hated Ginger Spice?
I did. I got over it. Also, one of my favorite movies of all time.
Spice World?
Oh, my God.
I heard they're doing another one.
Oh, I hope so. It's so, like, weird.
It is weird. It's a really weird fucking movie.
What's the word I'm looking for? It's, like, surreal. Right?
When they go over the bridge.
When they meet the aliens.
Oh, that too. I remember my
mom.
When
she gets felt up by the alien.
My mom was so pissed when we went and saw that in theaters.
Oh,
like,
no.
We begged. And so my mom and her friend took me and her friend's kids and my sister to see it. And we were so excited. And when we left, my mom was like, what the fuck did we just watch?
Oh, my God.
She was pissed.
Oh, my God. I'd like it. I wish I'd seen it in theaters. We rented it. And at the end in the credits, they're like, we see you snogging back there. Oh, yeah. Like, my sisters and I, Melissa and I, watched that back to back to back one Saturday.
Oh.
Like, nonstop. It'd be like, cool, rewind, play, rewind, play. It's such a good movie. And Drop Dead Gorgeous. I can watch Drop Dead Gorgeous for hours.
All right.
Have you seen Drop Dead Gorgeous?
No.
You need to.
Do I?
Today.
I don't know about that.
No, today.
I don't have Hulu.
It's such a weird, fucking hilarious movie.
Oh, it's a movie?
Yeah.
Oh, I've heard about this.
Is it not on here anymore? I'm looking at my Netflix.
Isn't like Kirsten Dunst in it?
Yes, it's so good.
And she dies and...
No, she doesn't die, but someone else dies. But the way that she dies is really funny. And then they allude to her only riding tractors to masturbate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what some people do.
Yeah, it's fine. It's so good.
Isn't it like a beauty queen thing or something?
Yes.
Okay.
It's terrible. Denise Richards is in it. She dies.
Oh.
Because someone lights the illegal Mexican migrant workers build a float, and it's alluded that they set the thing on fire with gasoline because they hated her dad so much because of how he treated her, and they had like illegal factories and stuff.
Shit.
Yeah, it's a comedy.
Like a dark comedy.
Super fucking dark. She's a high school teenager working at a funeral home, embalming.
Katie did that.
And like doing makeup work.
Katie did that.
I know, but it's not heard of that often.
Oh. That's weird.
It's such a good movie. Okay.
I'm gonna go watch it. But anyway, we have limited time, so let's go ahead and wrap this up. So I'm so sorry about this Hotel Transylvania detour.
Shut up!
But we're glad you enjoyed it.
It's such a good movie. Go watch it.
And we'll be right back.
I saw it in theaters. I paid full price.
I'm sure you did.
I did. I think I went opening weekend.
And she does not do opening weekend.
I don't do opening weekend.
She's a fan. She has a Hotel Transylvania 3 tattoo.
That's that poster right there. See that?
So.
He actually looked. I love Hotel Transylvania 3. It's my favorite.
All right, we'll be right back.
No, shut up. It's still funny.
All right. Are you really fucking watching Hotel Transylvania?
I was going to show you the Bermuda Triangle cruise ship.
Nah. Girl, you have to be done by 2, right?
I do, but it's like the shape of a triangle. Like, here's the airplane. It's not... Is this where...
That happened in the movie! They went to
Look! These are all the ships.
Is this the cruise ship?
These are all the ships that have died in the Bermuda Triangle.
Into one big cruise ship?
And like on top sits the cruise ship.
Oh. That's disturbing.
It is, but like...
Welcome to the...
It's an actual triangle. That's what like I can't get. Did you see it? Like, it's an actual triangle in the ocean.
Can you just Google it?
What?
Google it, because I don't know where it is. Oh, here it goes. Oh, there's a ship. It's crashing.
That's the plane that crashed into the Bermuda Triangle so they could get on the cruise ship.
To the Atlantis casino.
That was their last port. Was the Atlantis casino.
I'm so happy for them. Girl, you're about to fall off the bed.
He's so done with me right now. He's over it. He's like, what the fuck is wrong with this bitch? I actually like pulled it up to show him. I was so excited. I feel terrible now. There's the picture of it. Like, that's what it looks like. That's the plane that crashed.
So this is where's the cruise ship?
At the bottom.
But all these stay on top of the cruise ship?
No. These are all the ships that have, like, crashed in the Bermuda Triangle and just been waiting there. There's a cruise ship at the actual bottom that they get in and
this is the
sail
location.
out. This is, like, their
home port.
Yeah.
Okay. Makes sense. Total sense.
So fucking... Why did we choose nautical themes this week?
You're the one who planned this.
I chose it. I have no idea why you did it. Okay.
So how many Hotel Transylvania 3 references are you going to be able to make with this next topic?
None, because this next one is so fucking badass. It has nothing to do with the Bermuda Triangle. Okay. Gather it. I can't get over how excited you were. It's a good fucking movie. And it works at the Atlantis Casino.
This episode is just going to be us laughing uncontrollably for 3 hours.
We can no longer go out the night before we record because we have absolutely no control of our mental faculties. Oh my god. Shut up, I can't laugh anymore, I'm crying. I am shit right now. Oh my god. That's the casino. Oh my god. Oh my god, I can't do it anymore. I'm starting to cry, I hate crying. Oh my god.
They're tears of joy, though.
I don't like crying in any way, shape, or form. It's weak, man. Oh. Jesus Christ. Oh, leave me alone.
You made my fucking day.
I'm so gonna watch this movie today and I'm gonna like live stream it. Oh, okay. I don't know how to segue at all because this shit is fucked up.
So welcome back
to the Hotel Transylvania 3 comedy podcast.
I'm Mario.
Where all we do is talk about Adam Sandler in the Bermuda Triangle. Strap in, guys. We're going in for a crash landing.
Oh my god. So, we are going a little bit further down because we're dealing with the murder here.
Have you been having fun this whole time? Have you? Have you been laughing and joking out there? Well, get ready because I'm going to bring you so the fuck down. This is what we do. We bring you up, we bring you down, it evens everything out. You don't need medication, just listen to us.
God, a roller coaster of emotions today.
Oh, I feel like I have to sit up now. Like I can't lay down anymore.
You do, you girl.
Oh.
So,
we just laughed for 4 minutes straight. Just want to put that out there.
We really.
All right. Ready to be brought down? I'm going to bring it.
Okay.
So I came across this article maybe like 3 years ago. It was a really long article, and I think it was the anniversary of this like murder.
Uh-huh.
And so it was really, really detailed, and then I became obsessed and started reading about it more. And I believe My Favorite Murder did an episode about it as well. Mm-hmm. I don't remember if like someone brought it up on a mini-sode or something. But so they have an episode out there too. And so I'm going to be talking about Terry Jo Duperrault and the Duperrault family murders. All right, so the Duperrault family... Stop it, Mario.
Did they go to the Atlantis Casino?
They sure fucking did.
Did they really?
No.
Oh my god. I was like, what?
No, but...
it's a real place.
So Dr. Duperrault was obsessed with living on a ship, and he always wanted to live on a ship. He wanted to do it for like a full year.
Oh.
Okay. So the family is from Green Bay, Wisconsin, and Dr. Arthur Duperrault... Oh, I feel like I have to burp. He was an optometrist, and one of his lifelong things was he wanted to live on a boat for a year. He had a family, though. A wife, 4 kids, and he would get sick of, like, the winters every year in the Midwest. Like, they were taxing on him. He hated how cold it was, but, like, he had his practice there and family there. He didn't want to move. So, one year, in 1961, he took his family to the Bahamas. He took his wife, Jean... I'm sorry, they had 3 kids. Brian, who was 14, Terry Jo, who was 11, and Renee, who was 7.
Poor Terry Jo.
Terry Jo?
They have normal names, and then she's over here, Terry Jo.
Yeah. Poor Terry Jo, period.
Well, let me see why.
Yeah.
Let's go on.
Oh, it's fucked.
Your nose is pierced.
Yeah.
I never knew.
I had it pierced for a long time, and I got
thought
it pierced.
about getting mine done.
I got it pierced on the left side because in like Hindu culture, it helps with pain during childbirth.
Oh shit! I should get that done.
You should when you ever pop out another kitty.
God,
Out of your kitty. Oh, I understand. I don't have any left in me. So they go down to the Bahamas, and Dr. Duperrault hires this guy named Julian Harvey. He was a decorated Air Force fighter pilot, and he had somehow he had history sailing, and he was a really good sailor. And so they chartered a boat called the Bluebell. It was a sailboat, and the family acted as the crew while Julian Harvey was basically the captain. So they sailed from Fort Lauderdale to Bimini. Bimini it's in the Bahamas, but it's I think further south of the Bahamas. Mm-hmm. And the family loved it so much. They had a great time in Bimini, frolicking, throwing she shells at each other, what you do as a family and whatnot. So they were getting ready to sail back. They decided they were going to do it again. So on their way back to Fort Lauderdale, Terry Jo woke up in the middle of the night and she heard water, her cabin was filling with water. Oh, shit. She was 11 at the time. She also heard some ruckus and stuff, and the ruckus woke her up, and then she was like, oh my God, there's water coming in here. So she went out to the deck and she saw Harvey on the ship, and she said, are we sinking? And Harvey said, yeah, we're definitely sinking. And then for whatever reason, there's a lot of theories about this, and I'll get into that at the end. He handed her a rope. The rope was tied to a dinghy down in the water, and her sister's body was in the dinghy. And Terry Jo saw it and was like, what the fuck? And she dropped the rope and ran off. And so the last time she saw Harvey, he was diving into the ocean to not lose the dinghy. So Terry Jo never saw him again. It said that she was awoken by screaming and stopping and stuff in the cabin above her cabin where she was sleeping, and that's when she went upstairs. Oh my gosh, I'm all out of order here. I don't know why. Okay, sorry. When she went on the deck the first time, Harvey slapped her in the face and told her to go back downstairs. Oh. The cabin started filling with more and more water. That's when she went back, saw the rope, and freaked out. After she saw him dive into the water, she freaked out, and she started looking for anything that she could float it on. She found this cork kind of I have pictures of it I can show you, but basically looks like a cork inner tube with netting in the middle. So she got on top of that in the middle of the ocean and floated on there while she watched the boat sink. Mind you, she hasn't seen anyone in her family but her sister.
Her sister, so her sister's dead body?
Her sister's dead body.
She could tell she was dead, or was she just asleep?
Yes, everything I read said that she could tell she was dead.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. So Terry Jo is an 11-year-old girl. Think about when you were 11, Mario, and you were deeply afraid of the Bermuda Triangle. At 11,
that's when my depression started.
I was super into fairies and other worlds. I wanted to get out of my own head. I hated living. I hated being in reality.
Same.
I was
escapism was a reality.
Yeah, exactly. So it's cork, right? So cork floating in the ocean, eventually it disintegrates. So it started disintegrating. It disintegrated so bad that on day 3, she had to force her legs to hang over the side of it, and parrotfish were attacking her legs. Constantly attacking. They were hungry and they attacked her legs.
Wait a minute. She's on what again?
She's on this cork. It's a flotation device, but it's made out of cork. Do you want to see a picture really quick?
Oh, it's one of those old timey.
Yeah, it was the only thing available on the boat.
Them?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't realize these were made out of cork.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, by night 3, she was so dehydrated she started having hallucinations. She claims that she's still alive, obviously, because we know this, okay? They've talked to her. Obviously, I can't tell you what she hallucinated unless she related it. So, Terry Jo's alive. She said that she saw her father offer her a glass of wine on an airliner and telling her, come on, Terry Jo, we're leaving. One of the most wonderful things I've read about this is that a school of porpoises would stay around her while she was floating, and she said she felt like they were protecting her. Aww. And that she would say prayers of thank you to them when she would come in and out of hallucinations. On November 16th, 1969, a sailor on a Greek freighter noticed a tiny speck of water in the distance. His name is Nicholas Bakandakis. He's the second officer of the Greek freighter, Captain Theo. So Captain Theo, Greek freighter, they were taking Greek olives, I guess, to Bermuda, and they were going to go and, like, get away from their cold blue waters and go to their, I don't know, I'm just making this up. Anyway, you were into it. So he's like, he's just like standing on the thing, and he sees something in the distance, and he's like, what is that? When the freighter got closer and pulled up, he saw Terry Jo, and he said her body was lifeless. So he went and got, like, the rest of the crew. The crew immediately started, because this is a freighter. You're talking, you know how big freighters are?
Huge ones.
They're huge, yeah. So they were trying to figure out how to get down and get her, but then sharks started circling her. And so they had to, like, throw stuff in the water. They had to, like, carefully get down because, you know, like, those sharks in the deep ocean great whites, like, more than likely was a great white, they're stalkers. So they're, if you've ever read stories about people stranded at sea, I'm obsessed with people stranded at sea because I'm really scared.
That one movie where she was on the rock?
No, I don't like watching movies about it. I read about it.
I heard it's an amazing movie.
I read. I don't want to watch it. That's too much. But, like, there was this one show, I Shouldn't Be Alive is what it's called, and it was about these people who were on a boat.
And they survived crazy things? They
survived, like, crazy things, and one of them was, like, 9 people on this huge raft in the ocean for, like, 14 days. And at one point... No. That's a great movie, though.
I read that book as a kid.
At one point, great whites... One guy went crazy from dehydration and jumped in the water, and he got eaten by the sharks. The sharks realized that was a food source, so they started, like, hitting the raft to get... So they're, like, stalkers, and they're smart animals. So these were stalking now Terry Jo. Remember, her legs are dangling over the side. So they knew they didn't have a lot of time, but it took hours to get her out of the water safely. So she was saved by Greek Spadabaka Jeppy Katsalopoulos, whatever... on the captain of...
Isn't that Uncle Jesse's cousin?
Yeah, it is. Instead of Full House, we're doing Full Ship.
Oh, shit.
The freighter crew made a raft to retrieve her, and so they finally got her on board. So she's safe. She is an 11-year-old badass that survived in the face of great adversity. She saw her sister dead. She got slapped in the face by this scary man who was probably super nice to her until that last moment. So, here's where it gets good.
Oh.
Let's talk about Mr. Julian Harvey.
The captain.
The captain.
El Capitan.
El Capitan. Mr. Julian Harvey was married 3 times.
Oh.
His second wife died.
Mysteriously.
In a mysterious accident.
And he claimed life insurance?
Yep.
Oh, my God.
So he had just taken out life insurance on his new wife, who was also on the ship. So the theory is that he was going to kill his wife and throw her overboard in a freak accident so he could claim $20,000 life insurance. How is that worth anything?
That was the 80s, girl.
It doesn't matter.
That's a lot of money back then.
In the 80s?
Yeah, that's like $500,000 now. I don't know. I pulled that out of my ass.
No human life is worth easy money like that. It's not easy. But it is said that more than likely Dr. Duperrault and his wife went to see what the commotion was about because his wife probably fought back. They walked in on the murder, so he killed them and the other 2 siblings and was getting ready to dump their bodies into the ocean when Terry Jo showed up, and he just thought she would go down with the ship. And then when she let go of the rope, he was like, well, she's going to go down with the ship. I'm not worried about it. I need to get to the dinghy.
Oh, shit.
Right. So he was in the police station giving his fucking statement when they reported finding a girl in the ocean, and she was, like, not conscious and was going to have to give her story, right?
Oh, my God.
Yeah. So here's what he said. He claimed that the Bluebell had caught fire and sank, and everyone became tangled with the rigging and drowned. Like I said, Harvey was at the police station giving his statement when the same police station got notification about Terry Jo. He said, oh, ain't that wonderful, on the phone, because they had him verify the floating equipment to make sure it was actually, like, from that cruise ship, right? Because there was specific floating equipment, or it had, like, USS Bluebell on it. And he was like, yeah, that is her. Praise be. May the Lord open. Yeah. So at that point, he knew the jig was up, and he excused himself And he went home and he committed suicide. He went back to the hotel, committed suicide. He slit his arms. What was it?
Up the street and out across.
He was found the next day with throat, wrist, and ankle slashed. So he was like, I'm not coming back at all, and just like cut it up.
The jig is up.
Right. And so then they found evidence of the insurance policy after his wife, and he had selected a double indemnity clause, which means he got paid twice the amount if it was an accidental or mysterious death. And that's when they figured...
That just incentivizes people, though. Why would they do that?
I think it's weird when people take life insurance policies out, like, on their kids and stuff, or, like, their spouses. Like, Daniel and I each have one, but, like, for ourselves, so that... And then he's listed... I selected it. He's listed as the benefactor.
Well, my mom has life insurance policies on me and my sister because she works for Aflac and she gets it at, like, a super cheap rate.
I mean, if I worked at Aflac, that's an incentive, but, like...
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird.
So, like, our funeral's covered if we die.
Right, that's what it should be. Like, what do you need more than the cost of the funeral? Yeah, you don't need more than the cost of the funeral. Like, you shouldn't get a payout because I died. Like, that's weird.
Well, anyway, at the same time, if you need therapy, it can help pay for therapy.
Sure. And, like, with me and Daniel, it makes sense because I would be going from 2 to 1 income. So some of that would supplement the loss. Like, I could at least pay off the house.
Yeah.
So, like, I get it. I really genuinely do. However, like, I think it's weird when husbands are like, oh, I'm taking a policy out on my wife. No, I have one for me. Daniel has one for himself, and we selected beneficiaries. That we did it just to make sure. You know, does that make sense? Anyway, back to Miss Terry Jo, the badass 11-year-old. So Terry Jo is alive, and she's still walking around telling her story to this day.
Oh, so she can walk?
Yeah, she's good. She's perfectly fine.
She didn't eat her feet?
No, they didn't eat her feet. They just attacked her legs.
Oh. Yeah. So she couldn't lift her legs out for a little bit?
She went through a lot of, like, therapy in the hospital to get better. Oh my God, I know that.
That's awful.
So, and then also, one of the articles that I read said that she had to go back and live with her grandparents. And, it's a time when therapy's not a thing.
Yeah.
She didn't talk, I think, for, like, 4 years, she said. Just, like, wouldn't speak. And finally, she started writing things down. So she wrote a book about what happened. She co-wrote a book about what happened. So that helped. But Miss Terry Jo is married, which is not a symbol of happiness, but I feel like after what happens like that, opening up to somebody is a big deal.
Definitely.
So she's married. She has 6 kids and 5 grandkids.
Oh, good fuck.
Yeah. Here's the best part. She's dedicated herself to working with water. She is a water management specialist at the Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources. And so she is the reason that life jackets are orange. She is blonde. She was wearing a pale pink shirt. She was floating on a small white cork craft. It was impossible to see her, and the Coast Guard from that point forward was like, no wonder nobody could find her. With the sun reflecting on top of the water, she may have just looked like a light reflection. You never would have seen her. Like, she's so lucky that guy noticed her from that freight so far away.
Yeah.
And so she's the reason why life vests are orange. Anything rescue related in the water is orange or red or yellow. Like, she is the reason why the Coast Guard changed the rules after that.
That's cool.
To increase visibility against seawater. No. My mom was calling me. I just declined her.
The shade of it
all. It's not the shade. We're recording. But that's Terry Jo Duperrault. I love that story.
That's a great story.
It has a little bit of human interest.
I mean, not a great story, but, like, that's awful that it happened to her. But her surviving, it's incredible.
Oh, like you were saying, I thought you were saying I didn't give a great story. And I was like, rude, Mario. I did talk about Hotel Transylvania once.
Thrice.
Anything you want to talk to me about today, Mario? Oh, what's Terry Jo's book? Let me look it up really quick so I can plug it. Okay, so it's called Alone, Orphaned on the Ocean.
Oh, that sounds so depressing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, her life up to that point was depressing. That's awful.
And it was co-authored by a psychologist and survival expert.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. So it's not just her story. It's just, it'll be helpful for those of us that have anxiety and struggle with, like, those weird things happening. So if you're a survivalist, maybe you want to read the book too.
Do it.
So I'm saying read the book and go fly into Columbus, man. We have an airport. Come to Rainbow Nights at the Cantina. Like, I have now made it my goal to get that place packed.
Do it, girl.
I want to. Like, I want to, like, just get people, like, there. I feel like there's a child standing outside the door, or a dog.
Or both.
It's a dog. I heard the nails. I want to, like, the next one that gets posted.
Do it.
I want to.
Do it.
Bring as many people as we can.
Do it.
You can do it, put your back into it. I can do it, put your ass into it.
Oh.
I love that song. It's nasty.
But did you have anything else you wanted to share?
No.
This is a really short episode. Go us.
Yay.
Kim is going to be so proud. Maybe she'll actually listen.
She'll listen to this one.
She won't.
Probably not.
Love you, girl.
So we're just really, I don't know, we're good. We're at a good place.
I want to take a moment to
do it.
Thank my friend Kati.
Oh.
So, like, after we were talking about her, like...
This is Kati of Kati Tour Dates. We talked about it in our last episode.
She's one of my good Judies. And she knew I was going through some shit. And she got a couple of us, like, some cards. Like, just saying how much she appreciates us and that we're doing a good job or whatever. And she's thankful. And it really was really touching and sweet what she wrote in the card. I'm not going to share because that's between us. But then also she showed up and she brought me this amazing Britney Spears journal.
You better work, bitch.
And it says, you better work. But it has faces of Britney and all her different looks. And I just cried because it was just so sweet. She knows I've been going through shit and she's just being a supportive friend. And I'm just really grateful. And I'm so grateful that, like, in my trying times, like, I'm having my friends lean on me. Or I'm having my friends to lean on and help me through this. And I'm grateful for you guys for getting me out of my funk and trying to help uplift me. And I really appreciate it.
It's never really as bad as it seems.
I know. It's just hard when, like,
it's
you
hard.
Internalize everything and don't talk to people about it. And now I'm at the point where, like, I have to talk about it or else I'm going to explode. So.
And he did explode on me at work one day.
Did I?
When you were like, I don't know, Jessica, I can't talk about it. And I was like, oh no, I messed up. I freaked out. Like, I thought I messed up when the schedule thing happened.
Oh, that wasn't at you. That was like, if I keep talking, I'm going to
I know, but
break
like
the fuck down.
It freaked me out because Mario and I's friendship is still relatively new. Like, we don't really, like, we know each other, but like those little things that you need to know.
Yeah.
Because, like, I will talk about things with my friends in depth, and Mario, like, can't do that.
Well, it's not that. I will talk to friends about it. I need to process it first.
Yeah,
and it was literally so fresh.
No time.
Like, if I would have just started talking, I would have had a full meltdown at work. Like,
I cried because I got really worried.
And so I just took a second for me to get my head around to accept it.
And also, like, if that happens... You know what I'm saying? Like, Mario was like, it's not you. And I was like, it's fine. Don't apologize to me. And, like, we just kept quiet for the next, like...
30 minutes.
Yeah. And then I quietly sent him a little message. I was like, I'm concerned. Like, I want to make sure you're okay. So, like, if you have a friend that, like, snaps and is like, I can't really talk about this right now, like, don't take it personal. Take a step back. You don't know what they need at that moment. They do.
Well, I'm just a very internal person. So, like, I need to mentally cope and process before I can talk about something. And so with that being so sudden, I was just like, oh my God.
And I
cannot.
I don't know that to the extent. Well, I know it now, but I didn't at the time.
Yeah.
So now I know, and it won't happen again.
Learning and growing together.
And watching Hotel Transylvania 3.
Maybe. We'll see. I've seen the first two. I have to understand the context.
No, you just need one. You just need one. You got to understand why it's a big deal that her dad falls in love. You just need to see one.
Because her dad's an asshole?
No, it's something called a zing.
Oh.
And it only happens to, like, immortal creatures.
Is it kind of like a zigga-zigga?
No, it's like I think it's the equivalent of, like, love at first sight. And they believe it only happens once, and her mom, like, died a long time ago.
Oh.
And it happens again in Hotel Transylvania 3. But
Does she feel guilty?
Yeah, but you need to watch one because she zings with a human. And he took it really, really bad. And so he zings with a human now who's also trying to kill him. Also, there's this wonderful, like, tango of death dance scene where he's just, like, saving her life while she's literally giving the thing to destroy him and he has no idea. And he's just, like, showing off and macking. It's so funny. It's a great movie.
Does he turn her into a vampire?
No. This isn't Twilight.
But, like, if you're going to live with an immortal person...
I don't know.
Wouldn't you want to become a vampire?
They make it work. It's not an option.
How is it not an option? Vampires.
They don't
That's
talk
part of the
about
lore.
it.
That's part of the lore.
It's not. This is a freaking cartoon.
Hotel Transylvania 3 is flawed. I hate it. I'm never watching it ever.
Oh my God, my heart broke so much. That's the name of the casino. Is that the name of our episode?
That's the name of the
They went to the Atlantis casino?
I don't know. It's going to have to be maybe it'll be like Hotel Transylvania 3 fan cast and other great things.
No one will listen. Anyway, guys, thanks for listening. Don't forget to like, rate, and review. Share with your friends. We are on all the socials begrudgingly, but we're there. And you can always reach out to us at the I Am Very Passionate Podcast
at
email.
gmail.com.
That's right. We're here. If you've seen Hotel Transylvania 3, let me know. Maybe we can start our own podcast about the nuances. So not that deep
It would
at
be
all.
a very long running podcast, I'm sure.
I refuse to review Hotel Transylvania 3 before I review Gilmore Girls now that I'm watching critically.
Oh. You should do a Gilmore Girls podcast where you just review episode by episode. They did that with the Golden Girls.
I think there's already one out there. It's called The Men of Gilmore Girls. Gilmore Men, I think, is what it's called. There's a whole podcast dedicated to them.
I hate it.
Oh my god, my heart just broke again.
What? Not Gilmore Girls. The name Gilmore Men.
Oh, because I think it's all about, like, the men in their lives.
But, shouldn't it be the Gilmore Boys?
Oh, is that what you don't like about it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Because it's just like, well, the Gilmore Women. And I'm like, was that the sequel?
I don't know.
It's just
Anyway.
it's just like when they did the sequel to the Brady Bunch and it was the Brady Women or whatever.
What?
They did a sequel to the Brady Bunch and it was about Marsha, Jan, and
I have no clue this existed.
I'm a big Brady Bunch fan. Like
My
the
hair.
only one who didn't return was Marie McCormick, and she was my favorite. She was Marsha.
Marsha.
She was so beautiful and just bitchy, and I loved it.
She was really bitchy. I didn't like it because there were 6 children on that show, and it was exhausting.
I did not like Cindy.
No, I don't think anybody did. Did anybody like Cindy? Did you like Cindy, guys?
Well, I think Cousin Oliver came around.
Oh, he was so stupid.
And everybody hated him so much more that they forgot how much they hated Cindy.
Aww.
Cindy was my least favorite. I think
How's
Peter
my
was
hair
my
look
favorite.
today?
It looks good.
Does it? Because I woke up and my daughter went, Mom, your hair.
My hair is a mess, too. Like, I don't know. Right now it looks fine, but this morning it looks so stringy and gross, so I just combed it. I have to wash it tonight.
I washed mine yesterday, but I have to wash it again.
Yeah, after...
Because of last night, yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for listening. We're going to go home and get some sleep now.
Yeah, we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.